Teton County's tourist industry relies heavily on a Mexican workforce, and this has brought an influx of Latino children into the school system where the odds are against them graduating high school. The challenges include learning a whole new language and culture. Well, to the rescue are two Jackson Hole women who started College Bound Latinas. It's a mentorship program in which they give girls the vision and the skills to make it on to higher education. Isabel Zumel is one of the founders. She joined our Leslie Waggener via the Outreach Video Network connection from the Center for the Arts in Jackson Hole.
So Isabel, what sparked you to choose young Latinas for this program?
Well, I'm the daughter of immigrants, not of Latino immigrants, but Filipino immigrants. And there are not a lot of Filipinos in this part of Wyoming. But the issues and the challenges that these girls face were very similar in some ways to the challenges I faced as a second generation American.
What were some of those issues?
You know, I think there are a lot of cultural issues of trying to navigate two different cultures. There's the culture of your family, of your parents, and their familiarity of how things are in the homeland. And then at the same time trying to navigate being an American as well. And there are conflicts that can happen, but there are also a lot of wonderful things that can happen in bridging those two cultures.
Some of the young women are not English speakers when they start school, from what I understand.
Quite a few of them went through ESL, and a lot of them did speak Spanish as their first language. That was, I would say, predominant number of girls in our program are in that situation.
What does this program demand from the girls themselves?
It demands quite a bit of commitment. We started meeting with them, we as in my colleague Letty Liera and I, started meeting with them after they finished 7th grade. And we do a full summer program where we meet once a week for half a day. And then during the school year, we meet once a week as well. There are assignments that we give them. There are projects that we work on together. So there is a level of commitment and participation that we expect. But we also find that they are so engaged that they want to continue with us.
Are they a self-chosen group, or did you and Letty choose them?
They self-selected. That very first summer, there were probably 13 girls that started, and at the end of the summer, there were about 10. And the 10 that made it through that first rigorous summer were the ones that we took. They selected themselves and their level of commitment.
Excellent. Well, you made a wonderful film about the project, and can you tell me a little bit about this film, the title, a little bit about it?
Sure. So the film is called Voces Latinas de Wyoming. So it's Latino Voices in Wyoming, and it was part of the Giving Voice project through the Wyoming Humanities Council. And they wanted to hear unusual voices in Wyoming, and we figured let's get our girls involved in this, because there aren't probably a lot of movies out there about teenage voices in our state, and specifically voices of young people who've gone through some of the cultural issues that our girls have gone through.
In the TEDx clip itself, can you tell us what prompted you to present in that way?
We were actually invited by TEDx Jackson Hole to speak, and we felt really strongly that one of the main messages that we wanted to leave people was to always look for the potential and to go beyond maybe stereotypes, to really be able to see the potential in all young people.
Well, let's take a look at that clip now.
We saw that girls weren't graduating from high school and going on to college. And it's the reason we started College Bound Latinas. And so we made a commitment to 10 girls for 5 years to take them all the way to college. And for a number of these girls, they're going to be the first people in their family to go to college.
When you look at me, you need to see possibilities.
It was hard to do TEDx because I was so involved in the process of preparing for it, but I think afterwards I'm really seeing the value of why we did it. We are getting calls. We're getting calls from out of state, and it hasn't even been posted on the website yet. from people who either want to do something similar, who want to help us with the girls, who want to, or I mean, somebody offered a free SAT test prep course. These are, $500 for any of the girls that wanted to do it. A number of organizations have contacted us.
We are doing something, but we're doing something only for 10 girls.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we inspire somebody to do something for another 10 girls?
Now, this clip shows some of the challenges these girls face. Can you flesh that out a little bit and how this program helps them with these challenges?
Sure. I think one of the things that the girls started to reveal to us as we developed closer relationships were some of the experiences that they've had in school, and to some extent not necessarily being viewed as the ones with full potential to be college bound. That they may just stop in high school, and they've told us of different comments that they've received from adults in their lives about they may not make it. And so for us, a big part of what we do is to show them that they can, and to give them different opportunities where they're stretching themselves, opportunities that might be a little bit scary, like making a movie. But once they're able to get through that, it gives them a lot more confidence about what they can do in their life.
So you take the girls to a college. I know the girls came to UW. So when they got here, what surprised them about the university life?
This was one of the most interesting things. We took them in their freshman year to the first time to the University of Wyoming. We took them again also just a few months ago. And they sat in on a class with Dr. Aurora Chang, who's a professor of education. And after that class, because they were actually participants in that class, active participants and leaders in leading the discussions, their feeling was college is doable. And if there was one thing that we wanted them to leave with, is the sense that college is doable and that they could feel at home there. And those were two of the things that we achieved in that first visit.
So the program, these girls are getting close to college now, these 10 girls. What happens once they are in college? Do you continue to follow them? Yes,
that's our intention. Obviously I'm expecting a number of them are going to be at the University of Wyoming, and for geographic reasons, we're not going to be able to see them every week. But we still intend to stay in close contact with them. They are like family members to us. I mean, in some ways, I do feel like they're my daughters.
Will the program continue once these girls have gone through college?
We've been asked that many times. Both Letty and I don't see ourselves taking another group of girls, but what we do want to do is really debrief and figure out what is it that we've learned from this process that we can share with other people so that they can do something similarly. And then this summer, in terms of continuity, our girls are at the place now where they've selected a middle school girl, and they'll be mentoring them this summer as a way to kind of pay it forward.
Well, thank you so much, Isabel, for talking about this great program.
Thank you for having me.